Welcome to day 480 of our DSO journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein, here with my twin brother Brian. Remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DSOFi. So we have a good amount of news in the crypto space and in the DSO space as of the last 24 hours. Do you want to get started talking about Gemini, Brian? What's going on with Gemini?
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of layoffs within the crypto space. We know Coinbase has been laying people off. We know probably one of the few companies that haven't, Binance hasn't really been laying anybody off. They've been building and hiring. But Gemini, the company owned by the Winklevoss twins, they have laid off about 7% of their staff, according to reports. One of the employees within their Slack said that 68 fewer employees are now in the Slack. And considering that Gemini has about 1,000 employees, this would represent about 7% of the staff. This comes after they actually cut 10% of their workforce last month. So it looks like everybody's kind of reeling here, kind of unsure what's going to happen within the crypto space. But yeah, the Winklevoss twins, they're big here, and they're laying some people off.
Yeah, it's interesting to see some of this. I don't think we can expect Gemini to go bankrupt or, anything significant to happen to them. I think it's just a strategic move when there's not the demand for your services, when there's not as much demand for your services, I guess I should say. You're going to let people go so you can save money on your profit, you increase your profit. So I think it's just a smart move. It doesn't mean that the crypto space is going to fall more. It doesn't mean the crypto space is going to increase. It's just a strategic move that I think a lot of companies are making right now.
Yeah, I mean, there was talk about Gemini going public via an IPO or SPAC merger last year. That hasn't happened. I think it's just a move to just make sure that if the market dropped further, they're not going to be overextending themselves.
Yeah, and we're seeing the economy slow down, I think. I think we're starting to see the first signs that the economy is going to slow down. When that happens, there's going to be layoffs in all sectors. It's not just going to be the crypto market. It's going to be all businesses are going to end up having layoffs if the market starts slowing down. So I think this can be expected. I think the slowing down of the market is actually a good sign here. Typically, you don't look at that as a positive sign, but if the market's slowing down, that means inflation is likely going to be curtailed, and it means that things will come back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, the Federal Reserve here in the US, that's why they're raising rates to slow down the velocity of money and kind of the economy got overheated. They're trying to cool it down just a little bit and do so in a way that hopefully doesn't send us into a recession, but we'll see. Yeah, so Elon Musk, there's some more
Elon.
news about the Elon Musk and Twitter saga. There's reports from the New York Post that Elon Musk is actually getting ready to countersue Twitter to try to get out of his $44 billion agreement to buy them. Sources close to the case told the New York Post that the countersuit was intended to push a Delaware court uh, to grant Musk legal team more time in order to prepare and gather information about the bots on Twitter. And this is the reason that Musk has said he has pulled out of the deal because of the bot activity and Twitter not being honest about it. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
Meanwhile, Elon's in Mykonos on a super yacht, no, on a luxury yacht, partying, it looks like. If you haven't seen the photos yet, there's several photos of a topless Elon with a cocktail in his hand. I must say, I imagine Elon to be slightly more tan than he is.
Yeah, but I mean, he's living in that SpaceX facility or Tesla facility. He's probably not getting much sun.
That's actually a really good point. So moving on, let's get to DSO and DAODAO. So for those who are interested in DAODAO, the DAO for other DAOs, the DAO for DAODAO has a proposal up for voting on trading fees. Currently, there's no trading fees if you trade any coins on DAODAO. The proposal was to create a fee, and of course, the DAO would receive those revenues. So far, right now, the vote, which ends very soon, is heavily favoring no increase, meaning no trading fees at this current point in time. 51.39% of the coins have voted for no increase. That's followed by an increase of 0.25%, which has received 36.02% of the coin votes. So far, 113 votes have been cast. That represents 44.81% of the outstanding coins, the total minted coins. So there's still a lot of votes out there. Less than half the coins have voted. If you haven't voted yet, go ahead and do so. Natter just voted, and he said he voted for a no increase. I think that's probably the best scenario right now. I don't think this DAO should be looking at profit before they actually have the influx of people coming onto the platform. So I think no increase. You can always have a proposal later. Brian and I, we voted for no increase. You can always have another proposal later that increases the fees when the community thinks it's the right time.
Yeah, I agree with everything Ed said. I think that it looks like the no increase is going to win out unless some major votes come in the last minute and choose probably the next best one, which is the 0.25%. But it appears that the one we voted on, the one Natter voted on, will be the one that's winning. But if you didn't vote, vote, and you still have a say.
Yeah, and NFTs have been super hot, Brian, and there is now a new Telegram bot.
Yeah, so DISO user Chairmislav Digdong has created DISO bid feed. So you can go to it. It's at DISO bid feed. It's basically a Telegram bot that posts all DISO NFT bids as they happen. And obviously, after ChainSurf shut down, he thought that'll be something that was needed on DISO, and I agree. And check that out. It's really cool feature.
Yeah, it's interesting to follow. You can see every bid as they come in for DSO NFTs. And in other news, Peter N, or Patern on DSO, replied to a brutal question about MetaMask integration. And he said that there's good news. The code for the MetaMask integration is finalized, and it's just pending a review from some of the other core engineers on the DSO core team. He also said group messages are coming too. I'm not sure exactly what that's referring to. I thought DSO Messenger had group messages out already. Maybe this is something in regards to MetaMask. Maybe he just doesn't know about it. I don't know. But I think it's awesome news that MetaMask is coming soon. I can't wait to see it. I think it has the potential to bring a ton of Ethereum users into the DSO blockchain. It's going to be some exciting times, I think.
Yeah, it's a major addition, big change for DSO. I think that they're setting things up for the future. Uh, I actually made a post yesterday about like just I kind of feel like the DSO Foundation is afraid to spend any money, and I meant this as the last year and 4 months. I feel like they haven't really spent much on promoting, but Invest in Digital replied to me and said that they're going to be spending. They're just putting all the bricks in the path. He didn't use that terminology, but they're setting everything up to be ready to spend money and do so in an efficient way that actually pays dividends. So we can look forward to that. My post wasn't talking about the future; it was talking about what we've seen so far, and I'm glad to hear that. And Invest in Digital seems to really be on the ball with this.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what they do with their finances, and I think it has a lot of potential to bring people into and onto the blockchain. So moving on, Pixelangelo, DSO OG, who's been around for quite some time, also an NFT artist, has just launched a new unique NFT project called Pop, P-O-P. It's going to feature 100 unique 16 by 16 pixel characters with traits that are based on the wearables they have. Number 001, the Genesis Pop, which is titled Pixel Agent, is currently up for auction. It's going to be up for auction for 24 hours, still many hours left in that auction. What's really interesting here is something that Pixelangelo is doing that's really unique, is that the winner is going to reserve a 10% dividend share for the first 3 pop sales. And then each new buyer for the next pop is going to get 10% from the next pop after that. So it kind of passes on. You get 10% of the next pop sale. So it's an interesting take on NFTs and using those royalty, the ability to pass royalties onto other individuals on the DSO blockchain is being used, and I think it's being used for a really interesting use case here. After Pixel Agent, there's going to be more releases. They already have some of the names listed. You end up check them out. Check this NFT out. You can either go Pixelangelo, or there's a link above to the NFTZ page for the NFT right above this video.
Yeah, I love this idea because it kind of adds this kind of utility. The utility is that if you own them, you share in the rewards from subsequent sales. It's a cool idea. It's a unique idea that we haven't really seen on DeSo yet. So great job, Pixel Angela.
So one, WUN, says that they now have over 1,000 cards in their Web3 directory. For those who don't know what one is, it's like a LinkedIn type,
Linktree.
Linktree, not what I say, LinkedIn, Linktree type app, but it's built for Web3 and it has so much more use and so much more ability for the creator to earn money through the app. Definitely check out one. If you're using Linktree, it's definitely a good substitution if you are a Web3 person. And their website is wun.vc.
Yeah, congrats on 1,000 cards, which means 1,000 users have put their information in and created a one account.
And then Set2 underscore DSO. It's an app that helps you port your content from Twitter to DSO. Just launch a free subscription program. And that's going to allow you to automate the syncing of all your future Twitter posts. Helps you bring everything onto DSO. The first 100 posts you make after subscribing, you're going to get diamonds on. So if that's not enough incentive to sign up, I don't know what is. Check it out. The link's above this video. Um, I love what they're doing. I love the idea of instead of integrating with Web 2, taking Web 3 and giving Web 2 a platform to bring their stuff over to Web 3.
Yeah. And let's get to the top 10 people who bid on the most NFTs in the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. And they are 044 Piece, BitCloud FR, who's been up there quite a bit lately, followed by ZN Mead, Rhubarb, Vishnu Sularan, NFT Pets, FP Fund, Spunk Art, Mobitoro, and Shady Acres. And Meta Philosophers missing from the list. This is like the
What?
third time
Uh
probably in
oh.
the last month and a half.
Still
Um,
scared.
but I want to also point out that the top viewed NFT in the last 24 hours on NFTZ is once again for the fifth straight day, the Mask by Photographies by Michelle. Congrats to Michelle because this is a really awesome piece.
Photography by Michelle, not photographies by Michelle.
Photography by Michelle.
Yeah, 5 days
Uh,
in a row. Congratulations, Michelle. You're doing an awesome job. There's some others that are challenging. Some others are trying to catch up. You can get your name in there if you just share your NFTZ link. If when people view your NFTs, you're going to get views, and it can move into that top list on NFTZ.
Yeah, and the top Diamond A creators over the last 24 hours, according to Altum Base, are Quanti, Now and Then, Rihan Ree, Effed Up Cats, Spunk Art, The Devil, Zian Mead, Michelle Lord, who's obviously behind Photography by Michelle, Sean Slater, and Brutal. So congrats to them.
Congratulations. And remember, if you're not following us on YouTube, please do so. Subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 900 subscribers. I know it's not that many. We're trying to build this channel up and we're trying to expand outside of DSO and hit some of the more Web3 type news as well to kind of reach out to the broader community and help bring them into DSO. So definitely subscribe if you haven't yet already. Just click the subscribe button. I think it's somewhere down there, or I don't know, but you know what? You know how to do
It's
it.
bouncing around the screen, I think. It's somewhere in this area.
Yeah, so everybody have a great rest of your day. It's been another great show, and we will talk to you tomorrow.